Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, to be consistent is a very good thing in life, as long as you're not stupid. I mean, if you're stupid and you're consistent, that's not a good thing. But we sometimes make this kind of mistake, and then we realize, wait a second, maybe I should turn off my full retard and go just half retard. So, what's going on here? We have Zelensky, and Zelensky is relentless in trying to secure a meeting with Viktor Orban of Hungary, the prime minister, the guy with the big balls. I don't personally think that Zelensky needs to talk to Orban, as someone rightly so said from Ukraine. I'm pretty sure the strong countries in Europe will sideline the weaker, smaller, unimportant countries in Europe. And without trying to insult anybody, I don't think Hungary is one of the important countries in Europe. I compare it with, let's say, France, Germany. Okay, a little bit different. I'm not saying Bulgaria is important or others, but still, you understand, it's a little bit. And I think the strong countries, they were able to make Orban do things, and it seems like it worked a little bit at the last little vote regarding accepting Ukraine to the negotiations for the European Union, even though Orban said, you know what, we veto the money. Oh shit, what are we going to do now? So Zelensky wants to meet Orban. Remember, Zelensky met Orban on the sidelines of the Argentinian president's Javier Milei's inauguration in Argentina. He cornered him over there. Orban could not leave because he was with the back against the lady over there. I don't think she's a lady, but anyway, to the wall right here, he's got this little piece. He couldn't leave. And these guys were like, I got you. You give me the money, motherfucker, right now. You give me the money. Everybody give me money. What about you? Your turn. And this guy said, Nem to dom. No, I don't understand. Leave me alone. Whatever. So here's where they cornered him, and he thinks that he's got something. You think you will have in a soon a black eye. So Zelensky seeks to hold a meeting with Orban, although very interesting choice of words. Latter's policy, Orban's, is not entirely friendly. Now this is, I think, a narcissistic way of seeing things. So it's not entirely friendly. Why should it be? So why should Orban's policy towards you, Zelensky, be entirely friendly? I tell you, only under one scenario. If you are very good, then everyone will be entirely friendly to you. The attitude, unless they're bad. But you definitely are good, because they say, although a letter's policy is not entirely friendly. And my question again, why should it be? You're fucked up. Why should it be? Oh, no, I'm not. Now remember, maybe you were told when you were a child, or maybe you read some books, or maybe, the parents in school, grandma told you, if you don't have friends, maybe you should look inside of you. Maybe it's something at you, in your behavior that really pushes people away. The same in relationships. I had adults telling me, I have no friends. Well, maybe you should be more inclusive, tolerant, flexible. That's the word. Remember, we generally struggle, most of us, I would say all of us, in a teenage year. Now, maybe not all, but in the teenage years. That's when we are coming from the childhood, when we are brats, most of us. And we get into teenage years and go to an adulthood, and if you don't realize that it's a give and take in a relationship of friendship or more intimate relationship, then you're gonna have a transactional one. I give you the money, you bend over, and we have a good friendship then. You understand? So when you say that is not entirely friendly, maybe you should look at you for a change, and maybe you got something that really make people be not so friendly to you? Why do you expect them to be friendly? Do you think you are friendly towards them? I guarantee you Zelensky would say yes or da. Okay, I don't know how he's in Yiddish, da. But anyway, let's read further here. Ukrainian press, Ukraine, because he's Ukrainian. Zelensky believes is not always based on evidence. Jesus Christ, what words these guys use. First, they make Zelensky Ukrainian, then they say that he believes that sometimes Budapest's policy towards Kiev is not entirely friendly. No, it's not. Why should it be again? Yet the two countries can find a diplomatic solution to their disputes. No, you want them to give you everything, and you don't want to give anything back, like a teenage spoiled brat. That's what you want to be. Yet the two countries can find a diplomatic solution. You give me everything, I don't give you shit. Which requires a meeting with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Zelensky at his end-of-the-year press conference on the 19th of December, as reported by European Pravda. The president mentioned his previous rare meetings, plural, with Orban, adding that he had never spoken to him about a ceasefire or dialogue with Putin. And I'm going, perhaps he raised, you know what, if you look, and I've been following this closely. I don't know how closely you've been watching the garbage occurring in Ukraine right now between NATO and Russia. But I've seen Zelensky riding a very high horse or something, very high somewhere. He never looked, he expected, with his chutzpah, everyone to roll the red carpet for him wherever, because that's what they did in the European Union and all over the world. Most garbage, vassal states of Al Capone. But everything was done because behind this idiot was United States' posturing. So when this guy went over here, they said yes, roll the red carpet. When this guy went over here, why? Because the United States was right here. I'm gonna fuck you up. So they knew. But Orban did not do that. And at that time, Zelensky, his nose was in the sky. You couldn't reach it. You couldn't. He was too good for everyone. And he expected them to do whatever he said. He went to the White House like a thug. And they didn't say anything. He went in front of the Congress like a thug. He went and shook hands of the King of Great Britain like a thug. Nobody said anything. So what do you expect? He took a shit in your and my civilization. And even though I disagree with, those weasels in charge, but still, he took a shit. Nobody told him, I'm not going to meet you if you come like a thug. And besides, you come to beg. And you try to turn things around like, you defend me. Fuck you, I pay you. I pay you to fight the Russians. Don't forget, smack. And if you dare to think it's otherwise, we're gonna remove you, little fucker. We're gonna get another little fucker or a big fucker like Yermak, which seems to be the number 2 or number 1, the poop or the pee. We don't know yet. One of the two anyway, in Ukrainian policies and politics. Now that's Zelensky is a half clown. Yermak is like what's his name? That producer that now has Weinstein, like Weinstein, is that how his name is? That's how Yermak for me is. Weinstein, the producer from Hollywood. They look alike. That for me is so repulsive. I imagine how he would warm on top of someone making love. Ugh. Anyway, maybe they will like it. I don't know. I imagine like those sea elephants. Sorry. But that's how I imagine the guy with hair and sweat and dripping his... Maybe women like it. Leak it. I don't know. All right, enough with garbage. I hope you're not eating. But anyway, don't be so... okay? All right, let's move on here. So, now he wants to talk to Orban all of a sudden? All right. Perhaps he raised this topic with his friends, European leaders, or somewhere abroad in the United States. It's a bit strange for me. Sometimes his policies are not entirely friendly to us. Why? Because we're good. And he heard this fact from me. I have many questions for him. and he should not have any questions for you? The same, you see, all this is me, and you owe me something now, tomorrow, and forever. He can't think of, wait, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I was giving the wrong vibe, as they like to say it. I got the wrong vibe, I'm out of here. Fuck off. You know, the same. Maybe he got the wrong vibe or gave the wrong vibe. No. If you ask Zelensky, do you think that you did something wrong? I'm 99.9% certain he's going to say no. Or if he's going to say yes, he's going to say something, yeah, I didn't ask for more money. Or something like that. Or I didn't, blew up Moscow. Or something. That's what he would consider he didn't do enough, whatever, of the good things that he did. Because everything he did is marvelous, fantastic. Zelensky stressed that Ukraine and Hungary are neighboring countries. So is Russia. With you, right? And despite the challenges and years of Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine, now NATO's war against Russia with the Ukrainian people that you are commanding to go and die for the big interest, economic, financial interest. That's how it goes, and military. Then I'm quoting, the experience of our direct dialogue has not allowed us to actually field powerful, friendly relations against Russian aggression and occupation. The narrative is old, boy. Change your strings. Start over. Nevertheless, we are neighbors. So is Russia. We are trying to find solutions and answers to certain questions. Did you try with Russia? No, why not? They didn't let you. They told you what to do. However, we must organize a meeting to do so. Why don't you organize a meeting with Putin? Oh, blah, blah. Can I do it? No. Okay. No, we can't. We have that law that I signed. No, we can't. It's illegal. Nevertheless, we are neighbors. Oh my God. Last time in Argentina, I told Orban. Now, he comes and says, this is the same thing as many things, like in the Second World War. They say, and then people say, yeah. How about we ask the other side? No, don't ask the other side. No, we only have on one side here. The same. Last time I told Orban, I'm going to go and ask Orban. Who do you think is going to go and ask Orban? Hey, is it true that this guy, the good guy, Zelensky, told you what he's is about to say right here? No. And Zelensky knows nobody would bother to go and verify with Orban if indeed what the clown said is true about their meeting in Argentina. That's the way it works. Why? The media covers for him, like for many perverted politicians. Victor, give me a reason why you don't support us in the EU. And Victor, because you're corrupt. There's one of many. Bye-bye. Never see you again. I met this kind of idiots in my life many times. When I say, give me a reason why would I have done that? I can give you fucking many reasons. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to deny. You're going to say, no, what? Why would I do that? Well, because you like this, you did this, that. They think that saying that they disarm you. They don't disarm me. I can bring reasons. I don't do things without thinking before I make a decision. So do you think that Orban has no reasons? No, he just wants to grab him in a conversation and then weasel and sleazy and give me the money. I give you the dollar. Give me the money. I give you the fake dollar. I give you the money. I give you the gold. He failed to give me one. He didn't want to engage with you. He knows how sleazy you are. And secondly, I asked him why we couldn't organize an official meeting. Why? And he still struggled to answer. So you're the good guy, he's the bad guy. And you wonder why he's not entirely friendly towards you? You're a piece of... The president concluded that he believed Kiev and Budapest could find a diplomatic solution, which our sides will work on. Why didn't you find with Moscow? All right, my friends, here it is. We got an angel, which he's not. Obviously narcissistic, and these guys are helping, feeding that narcissistic trait to the maximum until it explodes. And then you got Orban, who I think was the most logical and down-to-earth, he and Sciarto, his foreign minister, on the whole European Union. At times, some people tried, but then somehow they were smacked. And the second they were smacked verbally, They went back under the little rock they crawled under. They went back there to mommy, between her legs, and swept right back in. This is what these guys did. And that's Macron, the Président en France, les enfants de la patrie. You imagine if Napoleon would have been told by Zelensky, "What do you have to talk so much with Tsar Alexander I, huh?" If I remember correctly, it was Tsar Alexander I, huh? And Napoleon would say, "Send a few guys over there and fuck him up." First, they would not even dare. They would not even would have dared to tell Napoleon Bonaparte. Why? Because he was a big, bold guy. Macron? No. And not only. Whenever Scholz, the same, weak. Orban, strong and doesn't engage in this kind of thing. I will tell you a little story. Where am I? 16 minutes. I was going to be... Right. This was my father. And we had a neighbor. And the neighbor used to beat me. And beat whomever they would, he would consider that we do something wrong. And most of the time we did something wrong. No denial here. Anyway, he was very verbally aggressive to people. And at one point, I know that my mom told me that. I didn't see that. My mom told me that while they were walking down the street, this guy came to talk to my dad, say something to my dad. And he tried to engage my dad. And my dad turned around to him and he said, "I do not talk to people like you." And turned around and left. The guy never approached my dad. So my father could have spoken with the guy. He was not afraid to speak. But my father was like, "You are garbage. What can we discuss together? I'm not gonna tangle with you, fangle with you." And I didn't like that. My expectation was that my father would go and fuck him up, going to punch him in the face. But my father was not like that. My father was intellectual, was different kind of human being. The other guy was a peasant. Anyway, now there's something wrong with the peasants, but in Romania, when you say peasant, you call someone peasant in Romanian, it means something else. I have nothing with peasants. It's just that, well, you're a freaking peasant. All right, it's a different, or hey, you're a shepherd. The same. Shepherd here is, over there, shepherd is something else. No, the one that takes care of the sheep. Not a good to be called he's a shepherd or he's a peasant. Not a good. So again, my father did not engage with this guy for that reason. He said, "We have nothing to talk about. I'm not going to talk to you. Nothing to talk about. With you, I don't talk. What the fuck you want?" Left the building. The same here. Orban, was cornered over there. Did not feel the need to engage this peasant. This, how do you call it, shepherd. Choban is shepherd, right? Isn't he Choban, I think? And then you got Țăran. Țăran means peasant. What the fuck? Peasant, țăran, shepherd, Choban. Choban, băi, ești un țăran. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.